Hi everybody, I just wanted to apologize really quick about the occasional popping noises that you will hear throughout this video. I am staying in a hotel room for the next month and I recently downloaded some new video software that I am unfamiliar with. I promise it's not too distracting, it's not that bad, but I just wanted to inform you ahead of time so that you weren't thinking that there was an issue with your own speakers or your own computer. Alright, enjoy. Hello and welcome to the future of mixing. My name is Raine Stern and today we're going to be talking about Ayaic's one-of-a-kind plugins, Ceilings of Sound Pro and Mix Monolith. There are no other plugins like these ones in the world. I did not go to school for audio engineering, so by no means am I the most qualified teacher on the topic of EQing, but if you've got good ears and even a little bit of time, you can produce amazing sounding mixes. So a little bit about me, I am a singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, and producer, and wearing all of these hats, it can feel like time is against you. And Ayaic is your new best friend in this regard because it makes your workflow much, much faster. Alright, let's jump in to this first plugin here, Ceilings of Sound Pro. Ceilings of Sound Pro is a 50 and 31 band EQ that is controlled by 15 of Ayaic's unique ceiling bands. You can create whatever shape you like while always remaining musical and pleasant to the ear. You're going to load Ceilings of Sound Pro first. You're going to go into Audio Units, Ayaic, and then load Ceilings of Sound Pro. I've got this pulled up here. Let's check out these presets. They've got factory presets for bass, drums, guitar, effects, vocals, you name it. If you're looking for it, your basics are definitely here. I encourage you to play around with the various presets because depending on your source, one of these presets is going to match and EQ the best. So definitely don't just read the title and assume that that one is the one that is going to work the best for you. If you do have a powerful female R&B vocal, then obviously you would assume to try these ones out, and so of course try those ones out. When you're getting started, I would encourage you to try everything because sometimes I have, even though I'm a woman, I have used the male pop vocals and those ones have sounded the best, especially when I'm in my chest voice. So a little bit about Ceilings of Sound Pro. It uses linear phase bands and perfect noise to automatically EQ your various tracks with the click of a button. I know it's hard to wrap your head around. Matter of fact, I'm still wrapping my head around it to this day. So the first buttons here to pay the most attention to is auto generate ceiling. So as you're playing your track, and let's go ahead and do that. Serendipity, Clara dips a toe into the green. So you're going to hit auto generate ceiling. I like to hit it a couple times as a general rule of thumb. And then you'll see that this EQ band has adapted. Auto generate ceiling is used to automatically set the ceiling bands to the incoming sound source. And then once it's set, you can drag the bands wherever you'd like to create the shape you want. You can go into slope. These are awesome built-in noise guides. So choose the slope you want. I'm going to select brown here. Then you can move your bands however you need. And then once you've made the adjustments you like, you can hit conform spectrum to ceiling and the EQ will instantly conform to the shape that you have created. So let's try this out. She's spouting off a new philosophy. I get the feeling that she's made for me. You know, you don't even have to necessarily do this. You want to start all over, you can empty the preset and go into factory presets, go into the vocal. Let's go back up to warm female vocal. And I have before played the track and then just hit conform spectrum to ceiling. Serendipity, Clara dips a toe into the green. She's spouting off, and it automatically sounds great right off the bat. Now, if you want to make a few adjustments, you go into ceiling edit and you can make those various adjustments. New philosophy, I get the feeling that she's made for me. You can also, by holding control, move multiple bands together. Now, I'm on a Mac, so it might be Alt or Shift for some of you PC users. So that is essentially Ceilings of Sound Pro. Okay, now, if Ceilings of Sound Pro wasn't incredible enough, I'm about to introduce you to my new all-time favorite plugin, and that is Mix Monolith. How you're going to start off is you're going to go into each and every one of your tracks, and you're going to load Mix Monolith as your last plugin. All right, you're going to go into Source right here, And I've got drums. We're going to go into factory presets. Now, you've got all your various options. Go into drum, then it will give you your hi-hat, your kick, your overheads, your snare. It'll give you all of your toms. It'll give you all of your options for mixing all of the drum pieces independently of each other. I have a complete drum track here, so I'm going to go into bus, and I'm just going to select drums there. And then you go ahead and do that with all of your tracks. I've got a MIDI bass here, otherwise called synth bass. And the beautiful thing about this plugin is that you do not have to adjust any of your volumes yourself. This plugin does it perfectly for you by the press of a button, and it is mind-blowing how well it works. You can go in, I like to solo this lead vocal, and then while it's playing, you hit learn. Serendipity, Clara dips a toe into the green. She's spouting off a new philosophy. And then you hit mix. It automatically, under applied gain here, adjusts the decibel amount. Now this is the most incredible part of this plugin in my personal opinion. You can play the entire track under all channels, hit learn, and then you hit mix again, and it mixes the entire track. So this plugin communicates with all of the other plugins in each track, all the other Mix Monolith plugins. It gives you this perfect mix. Now, you can make fine-tune adjustments just like you can with the ceiling edit and Ceilings of Sound Pro. So you are not constricted to just pressing a button and then that's it. It gives you a fantastic bass point, and it reduces the amount of time that you're spending on your EQing and on your mixing just exponentially. It reduces it so much. Another amazing feature here is I've got my lead vocal sent out to bus 5, which has some reverb on it. You're going to load Mix Monolith under that reverb, and then you're going to go into factory presets here, go into effects, and then select vocal reverb. Or, you know, if you were doing this for a guitar, you'd go into effects, you would select a guitar reverb. What's awesome about this is that you do the same thing, you hit learn on the channel and then mix. It's automatically set up to receive. You can hit group 1 and you can go back over to your lead vocal and select a group 1 and it is under send. And so now these are communicating and it automatically adjusts your reverb to be right here you see under applied gain, the perfect amount of quiet. And I can't even begin to tell you or explain to you how exactly this works or why it is so amazing, but I promise you, as a songwriter and as a person who likes things that sound good, this is incredible. So this duck expand function here, things dip out at the right time and then that reverb just like hangs out the way you want it, and it is beautiful. So what I am going to do to let these plugins really speak for themselves is I'm going to turn off Ceilings of Sound Pro and I'm going to turn off Mix Monolith on every single track. I'm going to play it for you and then I am going to turn them back on and you will hear the difference. And I did very little work with these. I mostly loaded some presets and hit a couple buttons, and in a matter of minutes, this is what it did. Okay, now that we've got Ceilings of Sound Pro and Mix Monolith turned off, let's play the track. Serendipity, Clara dips a toe into the green. She's spouting off a new philosophy. I get the feeling that she's made for me. Is it too good to be? Now with the Mix Monolith and Ceilings of Sound Pro turned back on.
Serendipity, Clara dips a toe into the green. She's spouting off a new philosophy. I get the feeling that she's made for me. Is it too good to be? She's gripping something deep in me. Back of my mind, on fire, unwinding. My eyes are open, but I feel like I'm asleep. A world of pink and yellow hues, time capsule of bodies youth. They gave me a paradise, sun and June. Sedated into the sand, where would I run? Even if it's not the truth.
So as you can hear, it is balanced and even and clear. I hope you guys liked this video, and I hope you guys liked the track that I made for this video. If you are interested in any of these plugins, go and visit www.ayayicinc.com. These plugins do not exist anywhere else in the world. They're completely unique and incredible. So yeah, have a wonderful rest of your guys' day, and get to mixing.
Serendipity, Clara dips a toe